Throughout the Gospels, there's a moment that stands out in radiant simplicity and power. It's not a moment of grand speeches or dramatic gestures, but one of quiet, desperate faith. In Gennesaret, people brought all their sick to Jesus, and utterly convinced of his power, they begged just to touch the hem of his cloak. And the scripture tells us, all who touched it were healed. This extraordinary encounter reveals 5 powerful truths that still echo today. Before we continue, like, subscribe, and comment, "Just one touch, Lord." If you believe your healing, breakthrough, or peace is one step of faith away. First, Jesus shows up where he's welcomed. The people recognized him, which made room for his miraculous power. Healing always begins with recognizing and honoring Jesus for who he truly is. Where there is faith, there is room for miracles. Second, when Jesus is present, desperation moves to action. The people didn't sit back, waiting for healing to come to them. They ran, spreading the word, bringing others close to the source. Genuine faith can't sit still. When hope is near, it will always take action. Third, you don't have to understand everything to believe. These people didn't ask for an explanation or a step-by-step. They simply expected that one touch was enough. God responds to expectation, not necessarily perfect understanding. Fourth, your faith doesn't have to be monumental. Just reaching for Jesus, even if it's only to touch the edge of his cloak, is enough. The smallest step toward him can access the fullness of his power. Finally, when Jesus is honored and lifted up, healing still flows. Miracles followed his presence then, and they still do today wherever he is welcomed. Imagine a crowded street filled with those desperate for hope. Jesus moves silently among them, and with every trembling hand reaching out, healing flows. When you recognize him, honor him, and reach in faith, you find that just one touch is still enough.